and Tiro knew his sister. She was 4 years older than him, already 13, and once she had decided something, that was that. So, Tiro gave up reasoning. The children went to find Naledi's friend Poleng and explained. Poleng was very surprised, but agreed to help. She would tell Nono once the children had gone, and she also promised to help their granny by bringing the water and doing the other jobs.
"How will you eat on the way?"
Poleng asked. Tiro looked worried, but Naledi was confident. "Oh, we'll find something." Poleng told them to wait and ran into her house, returning soon with a couple of sweet potatoes and a bottle of water. The children thanked her. She was indeed a good friend. Before they could go, Naledi had to get the last letter Ma had sent, so they would know where to look for her in the big city. Slipping into the house, Naledi took the letter quietly from the tin without Nono or Mamgwane noticing. Both were busy with Dineo as Naledi slipped out again. 2. The Road. The children walked quickly away from the village. The road was really just a track made by car tires, 2 lines of dusty red earth leading out across the flat, dry grassland. Once at the big tar road, they turned in the direction of the early morning sun, for that was the way to Johannesburg. The steel railway line glinted alongside the road.
"If only we had some money to buy tickets for the train. We don't have even 1 cent,
Tiro sighed. "Never mind, we'll get there somehow." Naledi was still confident as they set off eastward. The tar road burned their feet.
"Let's walk at the side,"
Tiro suggested. The grass was dry and scratchy, but they were used to it. Now and again a car or a truck roared by, and then the road was quiet again, and they were alone. Naledi began to sing the words of her favorite tune, and Tiro was soon joining in. On they walked.
"Can't we stop and eat?"
Tiro was beginning to feel sharp stabs of hunger. But Naledi wanted to go on until they reached the top of the long, low hill ahead. Their legs slowed down as they began the walk uphill, their bodies feeling heavy. At last they came to the top and flopped down to rest. Hungrily they ate their sweet potatoes and drank the water. The air was hot and still. Some birds skimmed lightly across the sky as they gazed down at the long road ahead. It stretched into the distance between fenced-off fields and dry grass, up to another far-off hill. "Come on, we must get on," Naledi insisted, pulling herself up quickly. She could tell that Tiro was already tired, but they couldn't afford to stop for long. The sun had already passed its midday position, and they didn't seem to have traveled very far. On they walked, steadily, singing to break the silence. But in the middle of the afternoon, when the road led into a small town, they stopped singing and began to walk a little faster. They were afraid a policeman might stop them because they were strangers. Policemen were dangerous. Even in their village, they knew that. The older children at school had made up a song. "Beware that policeman. He'll want to see your pass. He'll say it's not in order. That day may be your last." Grown-ups were always talking about this pass. If you wanted to visit someplace, the pass must allow it. If you wanted to change your job, the pass must allow it. It seemed everyone in school knew somebody who had been in trouble over the pass. Naledi and Tiro remembered all too clearly the terrible stories their uncle had told them about a prison farm. One day, he had left his pass at home, and a policeman had stopped him.